another new episode of A Whole New World, where we're here to put a spotlight on positive things happening in the community and developing that positive mindset. I am your handsome host, Jacob New, and as always, we love to start every episode with a dad joke. So, without further ado, I'm going to use my cheat sheet. What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
One's really heavy.
And the other's a little lighter.
She beat you to the joke.
Oh, this is good.
No, it was an assist.
Yeah, it was. She still let me finish it, though, so it's okay. But
Not Kanye West. That was good.
Yes,
but I'm
yes. We have with us two very special individuals. Our guest today is Miss Jerry Stanley. Thank you for being on the show. And some of you might recognize that voice or recognize seeing her before. We also have my wife as a co-host today. She's here. What kind of trouble have I gotten myself into?
Oh, yeah.
That's the question.
I mean, you married her, so that was just a bonus gift.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
And she's the one that keeps saying, I keep trying to return them.
I tried. State won't let me.
Yeah.
All sales final.
I mean...
So, we are here to talk about dating. And all the fun stuff that goes along with that.
F-U-N, fun.
Yes. It's hard enough to date, like, when you're married, to find time to date and stuff, so.
Yeah. I was like, we don't date? Are you seeing other people? I just had a moment,
wife.
y'all. I was like, what? You're talking about dating you.
Like,
got
duh.
It. Okay.
Like, I had time to date each other.
Keeping the
Yeah.
flame ignited.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Got it. I was like, oh, snap.
I mean,
It hasn't
she
even
has
been a year.
sister wife,
No.
so, you know.
So, which dating surprisingly is, I think, very complicated.
Oh, absolutely. It's the worst. It's something I'm still not used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so when did y'all start dating? Because I didn't start until college. I tried in high school, but I failed like.
Like, stood up a lot. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Did you say you got stood up a lot?
I did.
Oh.
I did. I told her a lot, but yeah, I got stood up a
When
lot.
did you?
I mean, I guess,
16. Like,
Yeah.
actually,
What is
okay,
the age?
define dating.
like, yeah. Like, actually going out.
I don't know, like what?
Because, I mean, there's a lot of boys who thought she was cute at, like, 13.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're not just talking about me
When I'm
here.
talking about like they could go and they could pay for your dinner,
Oh,
I don't
your
know. Probably
like
high school,
Yeah.
sometime around high school.
mom and dad were not in the equation.
Yeah, high school.
Yeah, high school. Okay.
Had my own car.
Yeah. That's what's up. Did you guys ever date with mom and dad though?
I
Oh
don't,
my gosh,
not that,
yes.
Of course you do.
Yes. My parents
Aw,
sat
tea.
behind us at the movies. I don't remember who I was with, but yeah. It was awful. Awful.
See, I never had that problem. So I was
Unfortunately
like,
not.
whose parents out there accompanied them on the
Have
dates?
you met Bobby and Teresa O'Neill?
I have.
Just of all of us, it would be you.
Yeah. So, what's been your veins of healing or not
Online
healing?
dating,
Veins of dating.
I don't know.
Worst
Online
parts,
dating is
favorite
just, it's like I'm getting to that age, you know, everyone expects you to have a significant other by this point, and the fact that I'm still single, sometimes it's a bummer, especially, you know, all my friends are married now.
Yeah.
Kids might be in the future in the next few years, so it's kind of crappy. My grandpa the other day told me, bless his sweetheart, he's the sweetest man on the face of the earth. He's been praying for me to find somebody, which is very sweet, and I very much appreciate, but also it's like, God, my grandpa thinks I can't even find somebody to spend the rest of my life with. Yeah. So, I mean, it's good, but I also, someone the other day I heard talking about they don't want somebody to waste their 20s with somebody that doesn't appreciate them, that they're not getting what they need in their relationship. I'm like, but at the same time, I don't feel like I've wasted my 20s being single or maybe not dating as much as I could be, because I've really found myself and I'm finally ready to start dating and kind of moving forward in a place where I'm happy with who I am. And I think that's almost more important than gallivanting guy to guy, dating too much, and
or
settling, needing to be with somebody, and that's just kind of not how I am. But it's weird. Like, meeting people is weird. I've had friends try and set me up, and I mean, it's great. It's very kind. Everyone means it in a good way.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just awkward. Then you get those weird Bumble responses, or
yeah,
like I got a nice hey, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? One of those kind of things. It's like, no, bye.
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
I love pickup lines. Go on.
I like some good cheesy ones, but
we'll have to throw out a couple in just a minute. But I do like that you said that you were spending time finding yourself. So we've talked about that a little bit on the show already. Mm-hmm. What did that look like for you?
So I was in a long relationship. That's been over for several years now, but I moved back home. I finished college. I did my student teaching. I got a job. I moved out on my own, and kind of just those things. I've got my feet set in my job now. I'm financially stable. I'm finally getting my finances in better order. Paid off my car so I can save more. I'd like to buy a house, whether that's with somebody, by myself. I want to be able to do that on my own. Mm-hmm. And so I think that that's important rather than finding somebody to be dependent on. I want to be in a together relationship, not just me or him.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
like true best
so just kind of
relationship.
Getting myself financially, emotionally where I need to be able to bring someone else into my life.
Just happy.
Mm-hmm. I am.
I mean, I see it. I've known you forever, and you're just genuinely happy.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I have my niece, so I spend a lot of time with her. Those are times I wouldn't get back that previously I wouldn't have maybe spent as much time with family and friends, and kind of gotten to where I am today by myself if I had maybe been in a relationship. So I don't know.
Yeah. Just
something I've been thinking about.
No, I like it, and it sounds like you just really spent some time and almost did like some soul searching. Mm-hmm. What is it that JD really wants? And I for our listeners out there, I hope you do that too, because there's a time in my life where I was dating and I would go from kind of one to the next, and it just.
I thought you were about to say something else. Yeah. This awkward.
And so, but there really is a difference when you really get to know yourself, mm-hmm. and then dating almost seems a little bit easier, I thought.
Well, I know you were talking about a couple weeks ago about, finding who you are, not settling, mm-hmm. and, finding someone that betters you. That's something I love about you guys so much. Is y'all really... Well, I mean, me and Trish have been friends for a very long time.
Yeah.
We've seen each other through a lot of dating, a lot of boyfriends, and y'all truly bring out the better in people. And that's something aspiring to me, to be able to find somebody that helps me become better, not brings me down.
Oh, yeah.
And so that goes with the settling, and I know y'all talked about the lists of things. Yeah. And so, I have a list of things that I like or would prefer in somebody that I find to start dating and move forward with, because that's a whole nother big thing, is I'm not dating just to date. I'm not 21 dating anymore.
Yeah.
If there's no future there, then there's no reason to spend that time building a relationship just to end it.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
And I like that point of not just dating to date. And when I first started dating in college, I think that's what it was, mm-hmm. for me. It was just like, everybody else is dating. I've never been on a date, and so that's just and so I never had a serious relationship until really I got out of college, and learning how to be open and just be genuine, because what is the point of dating? For me, I was okay. Well, I mean, it kind of changed throughout, but once I was I need to grow up. There's a huge growing up factor. I had to go with maturation. Did I say that right? I don't even know.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I matured.
Is that what you were trying to say?
Maturation?
Yeah. Maturation, yeah. It's like saturation, but with maturity.
I don't think that's what...
No?
I think you just made that up. Call Webster.
We'll see. I'm sure it's in the dictionary. We're all here to also make up words. I really think it's a word, though. But
I'm really gonna look that
right.
I did have to mature, and when I matured and I realized that I was really looking for a relationship, that meant I had to change parts about me, and open up and work on me, because going back to getting to know yourself, you got to really kind of almost embody the same quality traits that you're looking for somebody else, you know?
I can't expect somebody to be a better person than I'm willing to be.
Exactly. So,
lying. Like, that's what I've come to realize. Like, if this person doesn't like me for the things that I'm going to say naturally, because I used to, when I first started, like, online dating and we'd have conversations, I wouldn't be myself. Like, well, what does he want to hear?
Right.
Like, I need to look really pretty in my pictures, do my makeup, whatever. But now I'm like, well, then we're going to meet, and it's not going to be me.
Right, yeah.
Then we got a problem, so that's a big thing, too.
I like that.
Yeah, because you want him to be genuine with you.
Yeah.
So.
I was like, I don't need to pretend I like golf.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
So
sorry to our golf fans.
Or pretend.
I might love you, but not your
or
golf.
Or pretend that.
It's on.
Did I hit it? We're having camera issues. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry if the camera went out for those watching. But, or like I would ask advice from my friend Chip. And
Chip.
so, and he would give me great advice, and like I'd do it. But then here's the problem:
you're not.
Like
Chip.
Exactly. And so I had to learn really that it's okay, and like while.
This is squishing my face.
But I think that's a problem we can get into, is that like I'm a firm believer that what you do to get somebody is what you have to keep doing, because that's what they're expecting from you. So if you're not prepared to go to, I don't know, FC Dallas soccer games for a long time, then, you know.
I don't
river
know
trips.
Who would do that.
River trips. I don't know.
The river. I've never. I'm terrified of the river.
I'm just picking on my way, but
I'm just feeding into the picking on.
Yeah.
No.
But I mean, I do believe that, like, for serious things, and you brought up lying. Like, don't
like, there's no
pretend
reason.
So
it's like height. I know that's a big thing on guys' profiles, is they're always, I'm this tall, or they don't put a height. I'm like, if you're not putting a height, you're probably not being,
authentic.
And so,
well, I remember when I was doing like,
I would say I'm just too tall that
you absolutely
the meter sticks. Yeah, all 5'7" of me.
On a good day. But it's so you want to give a good impression, but at the same time, I would read stuff, or I would feel like I would have to say a certain thing, like you're saying. It's just not you. It's going to come out eventually.
Well, it took me a while to get to that point, that I wasn't trying to like super plan out what I'm going to send back as my response. And now it's kind of just like, be honest.
Yeah.
If they quit talking to me, they quit talking to me.
Which is good.
Or if they say something mean or bad, then I don't want to talk to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it goes back to the whole knowing who I am and what I want and what I expect, and then what I give off.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I think just part of the struggle too is just like, am I ever going to meet that person? You know, and that's tough to kind of get around. But I mean, you just got to keep talking to people. That was what I found, and then
I approached you.
Yeah. You stood me up for lunch. She did. She doesn't tell people that.
She didn't tell us that.
Did not.
I got some stories she didn't share with other people though too. So
did not.
So, but it's okay. I didn't walk her to her car that night. So, oops.
Yeah, you had your moments.
We had our moments, but
now look at you.
But it's so hard to just go up to someone and talk to someone. Like as a male, you said we gotta talk to
It's
people.
almost expected.
Female, it's different.
I think that it's still expected, but do you guys think that it's more like 50-50 now? Like, is it okay for a girl to approach a guy?
Absolutely, but I
mean,
don't have the
Bumble.
courage.
Right, it's kind of that tomato tomato. Like, if you have the courage to do it, do it.
Because there are some girls out there that is their personality, and good for them, because I'm really awkward, and that's something else that I've decided through this whole dating thing, is I'm really awkward. I'm socially awkward. I was at the dog park recently. My friends, if y'all are listening, and they're like, go talk to him. I'm like, no, and I got really upset and awkward and flustered because I'm like, no, that's not me, especially in front of people, like my whole group of friends, my dogs.
Oh, I get it. Yeah,
it made me feel really awkward. So that's another big thing is I like the online dating, getting to know somebody first, which is kind of weird to say because I also hate online dating. But I feel like it's too hard. Like, I don't want to just be hammered at the bar and meet a guy. That's not who I am either.
That's not going to be a lasting relationship.
Yeah, and that's kind of just not...
I'm sure there's those
there are those special occurrences, but that's not I don't go out and get hammered all the time anyway. So
Right,
that's a rare occasion. So
I mean, do you even own a hammer? Duh. No, I'm just kidding.
no, I actually have two
Actually.
toolboxes, one at work and one at home. So
Snap.
Independent.
I'm a
woman.
strong, independent
Yeah,
woman, which
I like it.
also
I like
backfires
it.
sometimes while dating
Yeah.
because
I mean,
Yeah.
I
There is
personally.
a guy that will appreciate that.
Yes.
For sure.
No, I mean, because I'm like the opposite. Like I love going out and just like striking up conversations with people.
yeah,
And so
you're
like
very social.
it was like we'd go out people and like I was always a good when I was wingmanning. I'm a good starter, terrible closer. I was terrible at like that end of the night. Get the phone number.
Yeah, okay, it was
Yeah.
great talking to you. See you
Great
later.
talking to
Bye.
Catching
You
on
have a good
Facebook.
night. My Uber's here. You know, like I was like, snap. It's like, yeah.
I'm so appreciative you didn't get those numbers though.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We would not all be here right
I
now.
know.
I
Crazy.
just was thinking of you the whole time.
Exactly.
I was. Yeah.
Trisha.
Yeah,
The
there's
girl
no
Trisha's
Trisha
out there
out
somewhere.
Where's she at?
No.
Yeah.
But actually going on dates it's I don't know. It's
Yeah.
been some experiences.
What have? Well, let's start. I'll let you choose. Worst experience or best experience? Most memorable.
Most
Memorable.
memorable.
Doesn't have to be
It
best,
wasn't
but
necessarily
memorable.
bad or good. So it was
Yeah.
a second date. First date was great guy. You know, we had so much fun. We went to dinner and then we actually went to like main event to play games after because it was
Okay.
such a good date. Okay, so date 2 comes around. Really nice guy. We're at dinner. Cool. First of all, he was late.
Okay.
That was
Ooh,
annoying.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
me too. A little
That
bit.
made me mad. But
Yeah.
he was like very late.
Yeah, there's a difference between like starting second
Yeah.
traffic.
That's
and then,
fine. He
like,
was coming farther, so okay, that's fine. But then we order food, and
I'm trying so hard not to laugh because I know this story, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
and so we order our food and everything, and he's like, "Oh, can I try that? My food? Like I'm not. I'm
I hate
okay.
that.
I don't mind. I'll share food with my niece
Uh-huh.
all day.
right.
She's 3.
Different.
She's 3, and she'll take it anyways. And so it's like, oh, I don't really share my food. And he's like, oh, no, I'm going to take some of that. I said, no, you're not. And then I may or may not have done something really childish and licked my food. I said, huh? But
Nice.
he's like, so he
Nice.
looked at me crazy. He's like, here, you can try mine. I'm like, I don't want to try yours. And so he like kept shoving this little plate. He put it on like a little plate for me and shoved it over towards me. I'm like, I really don't want to try that. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I ordered what I wanted.
Right.
So I'll eat
Yeah.
it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Had my Mambo taxi, and I was good. And we're going to go to the sports bar, play some pool,
Yeah.
whatever. And go over there. All's fine. We're playing Jenga, actually, not pool.
It was Jenga.
It was
Okay.
Jenga, yeah.
I couldn't remember.
And so I go in, it's my turn, and I'm playing Jenga. And I turn around and my beer's gone.
What?
It's like,
That's weird.
he's like, oh yeah, I drank that. I said, what?
Why couldn't
You
you
did
just
what?
order another one?
It's like, okay, I hope you ordered me another one, first of all. I was like, don't drink my beer. Like,
That's
okay, did we
weird.
not go over this at dinner? Like, I don't share things like this, especially like it's a second date. Like, that's not.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then as I thought about it more and more, I was like, that was a really big thing. He easily could have drugged my drink
Yeah,
as
you
he
don't know.
could have
Yeah.
drank it.
He
So I'm like,
clearly
well,
didn't
that's
have
kind of a
boundaries, so.
no. And so that was our
Wow.
last date. Like I said, he was a very nice guy. That just really
What a
rubbed me the wrong
shame,
way.
because he was
Like-
such a nice guy.
And I know that's
Like,
something silly. Like, people are probably like, that's like the second date updates.
But I mean, like everybody's got their
I love
thing,
second
and,
date updates.
and like, I think after you're like, nah, like
You've
you,
explained
you
it
need
bothers
to
you.
you need to know, like, she don't want to share her food. That probably includes a drink.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
not that I'm a super fatty. I don't think I finished all of my food. But it was just a
Still.
matter of, I was like, no, you're not going to, like,
You've
I
expressed
ordered-
that.
yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
it was weird. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
That rubs
but-
me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why
It
would
was-
you do that?
Well, and then, like, the finishing my drink thing, like, it's one thing. Y'all are married if y'all want to share things, but
We don't.
that's our second.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to touch his stuff. He's rude.
See?
We don't.
No,
I
it's
don't.
not rude.
He made.
It's not.
It's rude
It's
because
mine.
he's half mine at this point. That was wrong.
If
But it was our
What?
second date. Like,
Yeah,
we're still
that's so
we're
different.
still
It's-
strangers in that sense.
Yeah, but it's, with us, it's to the point now. It's like, dude, I'm just gonna order this for you too because I'm not sharing.
See, but that's
Like,
knowing
That's
your wife.
different.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But
Way different.
like that was a pet peeve for mine too. Like, if I'm sitting there eating and you just reach over and just grab something from my plate, like, what's wrong with
He did
you?
the other day. He like poked you with his fork. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Hey,
I'm like,
boy don't play.
You got your
Boys
own
don't play
plate.
about his
You ordered
strawberries.
your own. You wanted it. You should have ordered it. I'm sorry. Like that's. But I mean.
I mean, and there's been good experiences too. Just but nothing that's panned out over. And I'm really awkward with that whole like. Do I ask serious questions? Because that's what I liked about that guy in particular that got us to the going on a date stage was he was very forward. He asked questions, hard questions. We got very to know each other.
Right.
Just
but
through
you
the
have to.
And he's like, I am looking for a serious relationship, so I'm going to ask serious questions. If that scares you off, then we're not going to be together anyway.
But he's upfront about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's different.
And so I did really like that because I don't know how to ask those questions.
Right.
Like I'm not. I don't know. I'm
Well,
just,
it's awkward.
like I said, awkward.
Girl to ask those questions.
Well, it can be.
Are you financially stable?
Right. Like,
do you live in a basement?
Do you like kids?
Yeah.
I mean, those are conversations you have to have. Like,
and so it's always awkward. Like, when should those happen?
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
I think it's different because he laid the groundwork first, and he was like, "Hey," and was upfront with you. This is what I'm looking for. I'm going to be asking these types of questions, and so that's different. I was watching one of my friends' Facebook stories, and he was on a date, and it was just like I think it was a first, maybe a second date, but I don't. They were like, "What's your credit score? Do you have any debt?" Like,
that's a little too much. I mean, it's important.
I have an excellent credit score.
Yeah. You need
For all of our listeners.
Checked it yesterday.
Tone it down, Karen. Jeez, like,
don't call her out.
No.
But yeah, and I wouldn't say like personal like that. Like you don't need to know that much information. But is there a reason for us to continue in this way?
And I think I appreciated those because like make it easier and like let me know, am I wasting my time or not?
Well, and it really made me think too. Like I don't know, I haven't actually thought how I would answer that if somebody asked me. So
yeah.
And he wasn't disrespectful or anything like that with them. Because you got those guys. You got the ones that want to just be on there for a booty call. And I am a lady.
Right.
And don't respond to that.
Who would do that?
Not me.
Not me. We
I
all know you, Jay.
So it only leaves one of us.
Right.
I might have had a time. I don't know.
He totally had a time.
It was
like one.
I
just got in bed. Want to come over?
There's a period of time. Yeah.
Don't worry, ladies. I fixed it.
I was on Tinder, and Tinder's reputation holds up. So.
Yes, it does.
Hey, I have friends that got married. They met on Tinder.
Yeah.
Did Chip and Brittany meet on Tinder? Wasn't it
one of them? I think it was Tinder.
I think it was Tinder.
So Tinder does work out, but
they're getting married in April.
But I feel like
the
it's
vast
less.
majority of them.
I've actually met that guy on Match, and I'm cheap, and I didn't realize the whole Match thing was like charged at once.
Oh.
And so it was like, I thought that this would be like a monthly thing.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't want to pay $120 right now.
Yeah.
Well, to see if it'll work out or not. And
right.
so I actually got my money back. But I did have a good experience with Match.
Okay.
If anyone's willing to pay that. And I think that that's why I got a more serious thing.
Yeah.
But right now I'm just on Bumble, swiping away, chatting every once in a while.
Just buzzing around, yeah. I like it. I used to enjoy those for like the pickup lines and like doing
There's
those.
some good pickup lines.
I just enjoyed swiping sometimes. Just
it is fun to do.
Sometimes I'm bored with it.
Yeah.
Until you come across someone, you're like, it's awkward.
Or somebody you know.
It's also, I never had that. Swipe right. Sometimes I would do it just to like see would they swipe back.
Or like there's these people that pop up like regularly. It's like open marriage people, and I'm like,
yeah, we
it's
don't
like,
do that.
My wife knows I'm here, blah blah blah. I'm like,
yeah, don't be part of that. No, I'm sorry. There's not one woman. I mean, I don't know. I guess there is women out there, but I feel like there's not one woman that's okay with that.
There are.
She just saying you.
You know that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
but yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, but no thanks. Good for you. Glad you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me.
You can have your own like TLC TV show. Polygamous part 2.
I mean, it's not all bad, but I haven't had like a super good. I mean, clearly I'm still single, so that hadn't happened. But I don't know. It's fun. It's not as bad as I pretend it is, but it's always like my friend Amanda, calling you out, girl. Yesterday, so there's this Facebook group, Dallas Wingman, whatever. And so they added me and our other single friend to it, which is fine. I said they could, you know, they have to get permission, whatever. So she asked this guy, she's like, would you be interested in chatting with my friend Jerry? And so then she messaged me later and she was like, so don't be mad.
You start with that.
And so I was like, what is it? She's like, you don't have to say anything back. And so I'm like, sending memes, like everything, like, what is it? Like 3 hours later, she finally texted me. She's
That's
like,
the worst.
Sorry.
You
I was like, honestly, I finally forgot that I was on the edge of my seat waiting to hear what you were going to say. But she's like, and so she like sent it to me. I was like, no, it's fine. Like, I don't know how I feel about him, but it's like, I'm not upset that you asked.
Right.
Because she didn't give him any of my personal information or anything like that. She's like, I'm asking you if that's okay.
Right.
But, so there's always the friend hookups, too, which are nice.
Yeah.
Most of my friends don't have any single friends.
That tries to hook you up a lot. We'll send you pictures of just, like, random guys.
Who?
No.
What?
Like,
I don't do it.
No.
I'm not.
I don't know. I can't think of anybody. Nobody regularly does it.
Not lately, but there for a bit, she would always be like, oh, you should date this guy, or this guy's single, or this guy.
You'll have to talk to me about that one.
Yeah,
Off
I mean, I
air.
could
Yeah,
call
we'll
her
have to
out.
Nah, you don't got to call her out. You can just tell me about it later.
No.
Yeah.
But those are,
like, showing
that's always,
guys.
like, a lot of people will be like, when are you going to start dating? When are you going to get a boyfriend? When are you going to, which I know it continues after you, when are you going to get married?
Yeah.
When are you going to have kids? When are you going to have
Like, the
another
questions-
kid?
I was like, mind your own business. Like,
It's frustrating.
and
I will when I do.
y'all,
Yeah.
I think living through Trisha, y'all get it way more than me. Like, I think there are times though that I was just really mean.
That's
and
what
they,
we
they
try
stopped.
and be
They,
nice.
they stopped asking me, but I'm like, y'all just everybody's on their own journey. Like, just be
Right.
respectful.
Well, it
quit.
used to bug me,
but-
like, being single,
Uh-huh.
seeing all my friends, but I don't know. I've kind of grown to a new, not necessarily liking of it, but, like, a new comfort level with it, that it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like a third wheel when I hang out with you guys or my other friends that are married, dating, whatever.
Right.
It's not an awkward thing anymore because I don't make it an awkward thing.
Right.
Like, I've decided a lot of my feelings are truly just my feelings. Other people don't feel like that or see it like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like I've spent more of my 20s, because those are ending soon.
Crazy, right? Like,
Spent
we
more
were
of
just
those
16.
single, finding myself, like I was saying earlier, and
Yeah.
just kind of being happy with it is what it is. You got your awkward experiences, had a couple of those, but
Right.
you know, it is what it is.
We all have awkward experiences. So, what do you think? People, should they be trying to set their friends up or not?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But they need to respect.
Yeah.
Like, this one I'm talking about, we love her to death, and you're going to catch on at the end. But I don't think she listens to the type of guy you want.
Yeah.
She'll just send
yeah.
you. Now you're with me. She'll just send you like random guys.
Well, and
And it's
sometimes
like,
I'm not with them.
you don't know the
sometimes
story.
people get
Yeah.
upset when I don't like the people that they're suggesting.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not being offensive.
But you know what? It's sometimes though, like, because it's like, do you know me?
Right, like, they're not.
Why would you think we would be?
Because I even know it. Like when I see
Yeah.
the picture, I'm like, she's not gonna like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well, so it's like, I'm not that desperate.
Right.
Like, I don't need
You're not gonna
somebody.
settle.
I am independent and very strong-willed, and
Mhm.
I live on my own.
You
got
got
my
your own
animals.
tools. You don't.
Exactly.
You know, like,
Exactly.
You don't
I can
need
do
no
my own
man.
thing.
Yeah.
So it's, I want to add somebody in my life for the better, not because I need them.
you don't need a
I
guy.
want-
You would want a guy.
yeah.
That's what I tell them all the time. I don't need you. I want you.
Mhm.
I love you.
But I'm doing pretty good by myself, so
You
It'd
do.
be nice.
Very good. I
it'd
think.
be great to have somebody sometimes to share things with, get a little cuddle in.
Yeah, except
but-
for food.
There's
Yeah, no,
definitely
no sharing food. I'll share my bed, but not food.
Yeah.
And your
not
box.
not right away either.
Right, you gotta earn
No,
that.
no wrong impressions
No.
there.
No, it's a twin bed until we get to know each other. Then it's like a
Well, I
queen,
mean,
maybe
well,
I don't know.
You're lucky.
It's a queen with 3 animals until
Right, so
Okay.
you're really
Yeah.
so you
sharing.
earn the place from them. So.
Yeah. So
they
earning
take
the
up-
place from animals is tough. I'm still earning the place.
They take
with
a
our
lot of
dog,
space.
But yeah.
Yes, they do.
And it's just me and them, so they have their own space.
Right.
It's going to be a problem.
right. Maddie, I think, still
Sorry,
doesn't like
girls.
him. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Maddie doesn't like anybody.
That's true. That's
No,
true.
Maddie's.
She likes your parents. Maybe she can go stay
She
with
likes
them.
my dad. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but no, I'm on. I never minded when people set me up, but
did they like listen to you?
I always went into it with like a skepticism because I was like, because we were set up and it worked, but so I'm not obviously I'm not against it, but like I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot because you never know, you might hit a home run, but yeah.
But
it's
the
just
way
tough.
they did it with us was just a little different. It wasn't like, here, I gave your number to this girl.
Yeah.
It was
Secret
more
Santa, but it was up to me, and
so
that's
it
why
gave
like
us an option.
I don't like to set up people for like a date. I like to put people in the same room together.
And see what happens.
Or even like, hey, is it okay if I give, this is my friend, can I give her your number, or can I give him, kind of, like feel him out, ask them if it's okay, because I think that's a big thing that she did that was really respectful, was she's like, hey, I didn't give him your personal information.
Right.
Is it okay with you? You don't have to respond or anything, but he made me think of you. Because she does know the kind of, you saw him, like he's along my lines, but...
Right, like I saw that picture and I could see y'all together,
So it's kind of just one of those things, like you said, if you know what people like, that's kind of important.
And it's even, we like different types, but I still know.
But I still love him.
Right. Love him to death. But I still would know, like, I wouldn't set you up with someone that I'm like, I don't feel that for her.
Well, or like, I'm not comfortable around you, you're not going to date my best friend.
Right.
So... There's that aspect too.
Or I'm not just
going to be
like, it would be nice
too.
because my friends don't really have a lot of, y'all included, don't really have single friends. And that's what everyone at work is always like, well, don't your friends have single friends? No. Nobody has. I'm to that age, everybody's married or has kids. Kids, I don't mind kids. I'm a teacher, love kids, so that's not a problem.
We'll have to take her to a soccer game or something with us. Something else. Oh, I'm throwing stuff.
Yeah.
She got real excited about that.
This is why we don't have nice things. Yeah.
I know.
She's going to start using this. This is why I don't go to soccer games, so you can take other people, babe.
Right, yeah, it's perfect. See, get me out of it.
Yeah, whatever.
No, but, like, I think putting people in experiences without being, like, pushy, too. You never know. Like, it could.
Well, and I get awkward. I get, like, super defensive if people are pushy with me.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know me.
Yeah.
Well, and it's awkward when someone's like, no, you have to do this. You're like, no, I'm not going to do it.
I get very, and then I shut down, and then the night's over. There's no point in trying anymore.
Right. Yeah. I like that idea, though, of just, like, letting you figure it out. Not being like, no, y'all have to go to dinner. Like, okay, here she is. So, if someone met someone, like a friend or something, and I got their number and gave it to you, like, that would make you feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
And, like, you would possibly
as long as there's a picture with it.
Right, yeah. Well, just kind
she's
of
already
people
planning.
out there
Exactly. There's something going on over there.
I can see the gears going. Yeah.
I'm working on it.
No.
I really want to be a bridesmaid, okay? So I'm just kidding.
One day.
Yeah. I'll be the flower girl. Fine.
No, that's
wait,
already
Dylan's taken. Yeah, sorry.
Man.
You gotta fight. Good luck fighting her.
Okay, I'll be the officiant. I'll get ordained.
Oh, God, no. I love you, but no. No.
Yeah. It'd be great.
So, Jacob could marry us before you.
I
keep telling him he should get ordained and offer it to Chip and Brittany.
I will get ordained.
But he's got more important role.
But
okay, that's noted.
But
1-800-weddings.com.
What is the best date location? Do you guys think? Because I think like growing up, like high school, I was like, date in a movie. But I was like, you don't talk in a movie.
That gets a big bad rap nowadays.
Yeah, because you don't talk. You just sit there and
like a 13
maybe fall asleep.
I've fallen asleep in a couple movies. Yeah. But you go see a movie to see a movie, and I'm like,
to know each other.
Yeah,
well,
I'm not going to sit there and have a conversation.
Sometimes awkward.
Yeah. And like the whole popcorn thing is like.
You didn't do like the whole yawn and
I tried that, but like it's awkward with the movie chairs.
Yeah, because he's totally 5'9".
I
didn't say 5'9". You said 5'9". But
he said 5'7".
What best date locations?
I don't know. I think like I like outdoor music and casual drinks and maybe some food, stuff like that. Those are kind of cool to me, but that's my personality. Right. Like I like maybe like a food truck live band or just like a restaurant live band kind of thing. That could be fun.
Where y'all can actually kind of talk, but like if a song is on, you can there's not like awkward silence.
Or just dinner. It was fun going to like main event, playing like shuffleboard, stuff like that. Like that's been fun.
Yeah.
I like to go to the comedy club.
That
was a good one. I really like that one.
I just, in general, like things where you had stuff to do, and maybe in case, like, conversation died, that would interest me. So, I mean, like, I would always, Dallas World Aquarium, Perot, like, just...
He didn't take me to any of those
festivals, different things like that. Like,
he knows you too
well. I took you to a comedy club.
Comedy club, yes.
Yeah.
Aquarium.
But I mean, like, I think having that conversation, but then other things to kind of stimulate conversation and
exactly.
just have fun, you know. Because for me, I felt like, I mean, I was picking a lot of the spots. I'm like, I want to pick a place that I'm going to have fun at.
Well, somewhere that you're going to feel comfortable, not somewhere like snooty, like we have to sit down all fancy. I don't know my forks apart.
Right. Like, I go to the left.
I still don't know what the little fork's for. I don't.
For stabbing people that try and steal your food.
Yes.
So, what are this has been my favorite. I've been looking forward to this.
Oh, God.
Best and worst pickup lines that you guys have had.
So I wish that I could remember the words for word. Like, this came a joke at work. We all, even the other day, one of my work friends brought up this conversation. And it was something along the lines of one of those old school. I remember this from when we were in elementary school. Of the, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? It was along those lines. Yes. It wasn't that exactly, but it was along, I'm like, okay, we're 29, 28,
right.
30.
It was cute in like 2002.
When I was 10.
Right. I'm like, Zanga.
Yeah.
Zanga.
I don't know, I can't think.
That's a funny.
There was a cheesy one recently, because I like some good cheese. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not opposed to that. I don't like the awful, embarrassing like that one, but I can do some good cheesy stuff. Yeah, I can laugh. Okay. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I should have been prepared.
When they say things that are like very offensive, and you're like, stop, like, come on.
Yeah, and
it's not appropriate.
I kind of wondered, like, does that actually work for you? But
sure. It depends on what you want.
I will share. This is one that stood out to me, and like I just love this one. But it's do y'all know how much a penguin weighs? Enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm Jacob.
See, I would like that.
That's you. That's see, that was
I use that like all night one night just because I enjoyed saying it. I didn't care if they said yes, no, like, or talk to me. I'd be like,
just look at you.
Oh,
that's
man,
good. I like that one.
I love that one.
Your pickup line for me was something about, because I gave him candy.
She gave me candy, and I
were y'all like, the best kind of jewelry to wear is a candy bracelet on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I don't
were y'all like boo buddies?
Secret Santa.
Yeah, Secret Santa buddies.
I was his secret
So
Santa.
I would also kind of like
say was that stage
tailor mine for the situations. Yeah,
definitely stage.
Yeah, that's definitely a made up word.
Okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
See, I don't even notice it when he does it anymore.
So, but yeah, that's hands down one of my favorite ones. That echoed.
That was a good echo, though.
Good. You're welcome.
It's like in Mario Kart, the like sound horn thing.
Yeah.
Like that.
She just wanted to do it.
So, man, I'm kind of disappointed. We don't have more pickup lines.
I know.
And like from Tinder and everything. We're gonna look some up.
I can pull that up.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
That's.
The ones that stood out to me were the ones that were just very like.
But those sometimes are the best. I remember like on when I was on Tinder, like I would just throw outlandish things out there. Like I don't remember one, but one was like it was a reference to Titanic. I don't even remember how I did it exactly, but I was like, if we were on a boat together and we met and just fell in love and I was naked in my room, would you paint me like one of your Frenchmen? I would like say stuff like that just to be like weird. And it was just
but what I don't like is like, hey cutie, how's it going? I'm a woman.
Like hey what's up is better than hey cutie.
That for me that's almost along the lines of like, what's up, chief? Like
like I'm not your bro.
Are you from like the 70s or 50s, wherever that's from? I don't even know when that's from. But
I'm also one of those just like, hey, how's it going? Like I'm not gonna have some weird, like some guys don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't just say hey.
Yeah.
But I'm also not gonna have some weird, crazy pickup line that I come up with. I mean, so if people don't like that, I'm just like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. That's kind of your go-to. That would be mine too.
Yeah.
I'm not creative enough to be like
Exactly.
maybe.
I like.
No.
So I'm kind of scrolling through some of these, but you know, it's
searched
been a little bit
pickup
since.
lines.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
That's what I deal with.
Aside
ladies.
from being sexy,
Gents.
what do you do for a living? Like,
Like,
Um,
so cringy.
Yeah.
I almost laughed out loud for this one. Almost. Hey, my name's Microsoft. Can I crash at your place tonight?
Hey, when didn't you deal with that earlier?
Right? Stinking Microsoft.
Oh.
They
that
fixed
was-
it though. They
that
got the
was
problem
funny.
handled. Someone hacked into my
I mean,
account.
there's just so many out there, and like all I did was just.
There's so
But-
many. But I like some
Um,
good cheese, like your penguin.
The
Yeah,
penguin one,
please.
that
Oh my
was
God,
that was
that's good,
That's
that's
a
good.
classic.
Well,
one.
and it shows their humor too.
Yeah.
And it really does break the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get a little laugh going. Those are my favorite icebreakers, and I'm usually so goofy that like I would
It
do
works.
I don't
something.
like the sexual innuendo.
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
Like those, I'm
Those
like,
are inappropriate.
bye.
I've never liked those
Yeah.
though. Like even
Yeah.
like in high school.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed using the picky cheese.
Picky
Cheese?
cheesy.
Is that a new kid's
the picky
thing?
cheese.
She goes, Chuck E. Cheese closed down.
I feel like I'm at Walmart. I'm gonna get some picky cheese. I don't know.
All right, Pikachu.
I don't know what I said made
Gotta
sense at
catch
all.
them.
It doesn't at all, but you know, it's
No.
all right.
But
We're gonna
cheesy pickup
We're gonna
lines.
move on. But the cheesy pickup lines, I just enjoyed because I just like cheesy things.
Yeah.
Just like the dad jokes.
Like Trisha,
and, yeah.
dad jokes,
Yeah,
pizza.
For
It's
sure.
very cheesy. Loves the cheese.
Oh.
Queso's cheese.
Oh, I love queso.
That's what I'm saying. Cheese is,
queso's
cheese
so
is
good.
good.
We might have to
Yeah.
get
Cheese
some
comes in
queso
many
soon.
forms.
Yeah. And
Pickup lines.
Yeah.
pickup lines come in many
What's your
forms, too,
favorite
so.
Picky cheese.
Yeah. I wish I was cleverer. More clever?
More clever.
More clever?
I think.
I like making up words.
I know.
Clearly.
Grammatical errors rather than words.
Yes. No, but I like just, I wish I was more clever so that I could have done like a cheesy pickup line there. Just
Well, you got all y'all's
But,
dates
you
she wants
know,
you to schedule
it's
in,
all right.
so
Yeah.
there you go.
It'll happen.
Try again.
You get married, you schedule your own dates. He doesn't
And,
know anymore.
you know, on that note, do you have any advice or one, if you could say just one more thing to our listeners, what would you tell them?
You know how you say as you do, or do as I say, not as I do?
Mm-hmm.
Put yourself out there.
Right.
I don't know about that. But, I mean, what do you have to lose?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of been what I've more so been leaning to, is, like I said earlier, if they don't like me, they don't like the way that I respond to their questions, or the things that I think are funny, or the kind of music I listen to, whatever,
Yeah.
then bye.
Yeah.
There's somebody that will enjoy the things that I do
Exactly.
and help me grow. So just put yourself out there,
I like it.
and I'm going to do better about it.
You can do it. We believe
Hey,
in
you know what? But what I admire is that you are taking steps to get there, and you know, like it's a process, and getting over what other people think is hard.
Mhm.
You know, and
Pressure.
Caring what other people think,
Mm.
because
Yes.
I'm bad about that. Like, that is my personality. Type 1, like to
Mhm.
know what people think about me, what I can do to make people think I'm doing a better job.
yeah, and I
Maybe
like
a
to.
perfectionist.
Hey, I was one growing up, and I've changed a lot, so I understand.
I'm the worst.
But at some point, you kind of have to be like, it takes the pressure off.
Mhm.
You know, just take the pressure off yourself and your opinion. I'm gonna put it right here.
Especially if
Jacob, that's the
you're not
shredder. I
someone
know.
that matters.
You know, like yeah,
A lot of people have opinions that don't truly
yeah.
matter. Like the ones
I mean-
who genuinely love you, they don't have those opinions.
Exactly. My people will support me with
Yeah.
whoever I end up with, as long as they treat me right, and that's
Exactly.
had that
If
conversation
not,
with my mom
I
recently.
will find you.
Exactly.
I'll take you out. All
I like
5
you're looking
foot.
at the computer, not the camera.
Yeah.
I will
I
find
will find
you.
you. Where are you?
Oh, okay. So that about wraps it up here.
No.
This has been. I've really enjoyed this
I
episode.
know.
This
Should
has
we
been
just
a
like the
fun
3 of us from
episode.
now on? Like,
3
watch
teachers
out,
on a
kids.
podcast.
We're taking you out.
And you know, so y'all, I hope you got some out of this, and or at least
I don't know if I
enjoyed
gave
it.
any information.
Got some laughs. So feel free to share with
Fascinating.
your next door neighbor, your dog, anybody.
Yeah,
But
send pictures of
this
your dog. Post some cute dog
We
pics below.
appreciate
Yeah, we love dogs. I love the dog pics.
And if you have a cheesy pickup line yourself that you'd like to share,
Send it in the chat.
please send it this way. Drop it in the chat. Leave us some loves. As always, if you only learn to do one thing, learn to make a difference. And if you learn to do two things, learn to make a difference and love yourself.
That's what I was thinking you were going to say. That's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to cut you off again like a joke.
I'm a little slow sometimes. But
Assist, right?
thank y'all for listening, and y'all have a good night.